this is Ree. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. And don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. I am a professional astrologer. I can help you with anything. And if you like occult and astrology videos, consider subscribing to my Patreon, where I post exclusive videos I don't post anywhere else. Okay, let's get into this video. So I just want to talk about 6 realms of cyclical existence. Now, these 6 qualities of consciousness are called paths because they take us into paths of rebirth, or they can take us into lower planes of existence. When you identify with one of these, it can cause some negative effects. There's the realms of the god, the demigod, the human, the animal, the hungry ghost, and hell. The god has to do with pleasurable distraction, the crown chakra. Demigod, envy, throat. The human is jealousy in the heart chakra. Animal is ignorance in the navel. Hungry ghost is greed in the sexual organs. And hell is hatred, and it affects the soles of the feet. So if you have any problems within your body, these actually come from these primary emotions. The solution to curing these things is internal. The hungry ghost realm has to do with greed. It's like a person who is always thirsty. They only have salt water to drink. So they're continuously thirsty and never fed. They're always starving. Like they can't fulfill that emptiness. But the real hunger is actually the hunger of knowledge that is being suppressed. Greed is associated with the sexual desire because it's the center of the body that's behind the sexual organs. Generosity is actually what will solve this problem of greed by being generous towards others. Being stingy and opposing generosity towards others while having greed will keep you in this cycle. You'll never be fulfilled, ever. And you'll constantly never be satisfied. So the best thing is to feed your hunger for knowledge and start to be a generous person. Now, the second one is the animal realm. The seed of this is ignorance. It's how most people walk around, and that's why they compare themselves to animals. Well, I'm like this to women because of how the lion is, or look how monkeys were. Animals are in a state of ignorance, my friend, and you are an enlightened being. You are supposed to become an enlightened being. It may be shut off a little bit, and you may have work to do, but you are a very powerful being. You are not in the same realm as an animal. An animal goes around and doesn't know its true purpose. It has ignorance. So that's why it's always afraid of the next predator coming and lives in the state of fear, just like most people do in ignorance. We think that people are constantly busy, that means that they're happy. But the thing is, they're lost in busyness because they don't know their true nature. The chakra associated with this is the level of the navel, because they're dominated by darkness and ignorance, and then the navel has to do with the sun. Animals are constantly feeling pain. Look how we treat them. We literally pierce them, we kill them, we eat them. They're being milked, loaded down, castrated, all of these things. And they live in ignorance because they don't know what is the purpose. We are supposed to find the purpose. So that's why it doesn't matter what you acquire. If you don't know your purpose, you're living in ignorance, which is ego. The next one is the human realm, which has to do with jealousy. Jealousy is the root emotion of all humans. And when we're possessed by jealousy, we want to possess others. It creates a possession in relationship because we think that everything that has to do with happiness is external. So we're trying to possess other things, or we're jealous of others who have external things because we think that they found some kind of happiness that we've been searching for that we haven't found. The antidote to jealousy is to open your heart, because it has to do with the heart chakra. The openness of the chakra happens when you access your true nature and you start understanding yourself. It's about being happy for others, having love for others, even when they're achieving anything, and to put them in our heart chakra instead of making it about us. The other realm is the demigod realm. That has to do with pride. Pride is a feeling connected to your accomplishments. And it often becomes very territorial. That's why war is started based on pride. My territory, or we're better than you, a type attitude. There's also another manifestation of pride is when we think that we are in a worse situation than others. So the victim mentality is a source of pride. That's where it comes from. And that has to do with the throat chakra. Now, what we can do to eliminate that is to have humility. So to have humility and understand that you're not a victim, there's great peace and there's great humility when you start acting in your true nature. The God realm is the last one. It's pleasurable distraction. It's lazy joy and self-centered pleasure. It's akin to, like, say you've had everything in your life given to you, and now it's making you not see the world for what it is. You're only seeing it as yourself, so you're becoming very self-centered, not knowing what else is going on in the world, that you're kind of the center of the story. And a lot of these people realize this after, once they're on their deathbed, and reality really hits them because they never had any challenges. They didn't have to be challenged. They always kind of had everything handed to them. So then life really hits them when they start to die, or they start noticing their friends dying and they're losing companionship. Their body is decaying. They didn't really realize the reality of the world. They're kind of self-centered and just having fun and having pleasure and having money and having sex and things like that. They didn't realize that there are other parts of the world. So the antidote to that, it has to do with the crown chakra, is having compassion. And when you have compassion, then you have understanding. When you're working your true nature, this will develop. And once you have compassion, it's understanding how the world really functions, and that there are many people in the world other than you. It's not just about you. So these are the different realms that people are ending up in on Earth. And you can get trapped in these realms and not even know it, where it's actually possessing you and you're just living from these lower emotions. Now, when you raise your level of consciousness, all these things will naturally raise. When you start doing yoga, meditation, all these things will naturally raise, and you start working on yourself. So you don't have to worry about that. Even just the awareness to know, am I in these different realms? Just that alone, and then kind of switching it to a more positive. Eventually, you do that for a long period of time, you'll see the results and things will change drastically in your life. So I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.